But first, Casey, this happened a couple of days ago last week. That is, RJ Sermons, the five-star cornerback for most sites, five-star, reclassified to 2025. He is joining the roster this upcoming season. What's up, Jackson Johnson, Alabama voice of college football guy? Casey, what does this do to the USC depth chart?
It's huge because we've talked about the depth chart a lot, and the weaker point of it was the secondary. And so now you bring in Sermons, who might not necessarily, play every single snap, but what you do is you gain a lot of leeway for the 2026 class, because we know that class is stacked with depth in the secondary. And so by bringing in Sermons, giving him an extra year to, work with the team, get some playing time, you give the guys in 2026 a lot of confidence to come to USC, because they're going to, be a year behind Sermons. So they'll be able to kind of learn behind the rest of the group, but they'll also know that, playing time can be won through, reps and whatnot. So I think it's huge for the future, and I think it's big for this upcoming year as well.
Yeah, it's a massive addition. Look, we talked a couple weeks ago now about how this is an inexperienced DB room outside of a couple guys. Obviously, you got your Kamari Ramsey's in there, but it's a decently inexperienced group, especially at that cornerback position. Obviously, Sermon's inexperienced. That is the definition of it. But he's an ultra talented guy. It's someone who you can very much see getting reps immediately, because there isn't that many guys ahead of him who have gotten that many snaps. It's totally one of those huge additions that I just think adds depth to the USC depth chart. I think it's really a massive add. Obviously, it hurts the number one class in the class of 2026, but joining alongside I would say, mediocre class of 2025. Is that fair to say?
I'd say so.
What
Yeah.
is it, 15, 16 right now?
Yeah.
It's fine. It's nothing phenomenal like the 2026's one. It really it makes it better. It makes it more interesting. He's a physical corner. He's big. He's 6 foot. He can play inside, outside. I think it's a phenomenal addition. And we should also mention, obviously he's the son of Rod Sermon. Am I getting that right? Yeah, the running back, Rod Sermon, who played while back.
Yeah.
It's not bad though.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, his dad played in the 90s at USC, and I think for USC as well, I mean, he has a lot of speed, and we know tackling has been an issue in the secondary, in recent years, and I think having a guy who's just fast. I mean, he's plays track in high school. He runs track, so that's huge. Just an interesting thing. A lot of good athletes in that class that, I guess he's in the 2025 class now. But yeah, I mean, looking at the depth chart, you mentioned Kamari Ramsey. Marcellus Williams will also probably start, and then Prophet Brown in the nickel back. But I think you can really put Sermons in the nickel, and kind of put him there when needed, and see how he performs. Because again, I mean, he's not a guy that's going to play every snap, but I think if you can kind of ease him in, because I think out of a lot of the guys in the 2025 class, I mean, I think Sermons is probably the best chance of actually playing. Just looking at, we could break down that class another day more in depth, but I mean, Longstreet obviously is the big add, and then there's a bunch of other guys who, like you said, don't necessarily stand out the same way that Longstreet does, but I think Sermons, he definitely stands out just because he's a 4-star, he's needed on the defense, and I think certainly could play a lot more than people might expect.
Yeah, no, I don't think. I mean, just going back to the class of 2025, I don't think that there's any really true freshmen who will get a lot of snaps on this team, especially on the defense. I mean, we've talked about it a lot. I think the defense is probably going to be better than the offense. I think the offense will be good. I think the defense will be great. So that's just kind of an indictment to, I mean, just everything that the defense has been building. Just crazy looking at it, what it was, 3 years ago. But anyways, Casey, let's move on. Obviously, huge ad, RJ Sermons. Can't wait till he gets on campus.